Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing fine on this July 5th. The day after liberty was proclaimed. And we're all waiting pensively to see what happens with liberty. Thanks for being here, everybody. Let's check right in, shall we? See what storyline Spirit would like to share with you this afternoon. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Central energy, please, Spirit. Central energy. Justice. The law of cause and effect. Everybody's getting what they gave, I guess. A return to fairness, a return to truth. And it's so obvious in certain instances, you know. In the challenge position, we have the Nine of Swords. Somebody's in trauma and despair over justice, the law of cause and effect. They're in fear, having nightmares, having reaped what they've sown. They don't like the position they're in. In the subconscious, somebody, we've got the Queen of Cups. Compassion, comfort, intuitive caring, and we've got the Five of Cups. Somebody has to move on. They're being separated from the nurturer. They're being separated from the mother, from the nurturer. They're being separated from the one who was offering compassion. For their cruelty. They're being separated from the mother. In the recent past, for what they've done to the mother. In all of her forms. In the recent past, we've got the Ten of Pentacles. So there is an inheritance. There has been an inheritance. This may have been in the spirit. You may not see it manifested in the 3D just yet. But there is a blessing, a great blessing here. And these ones are being separated from it. They're being separated from the domestic love and happiness for what they've done to the mother. intentions and expectations. Wow. You've got the Ten of Pentacles, so there's the inheritance, and this Empress is the sun, a rebirth. This mother, the mother has risen. And there's a rebirth, and all is well. The mother has risen. Like the sun. In the near future. We've got the Ace of Cups here. So there's love, proposals, and marriage. There is working with high standards for positive potential. And there is a relationship ending or you moving on, releasing the baggage of these who have been abusive. It's really interesting. I'll share that in another video. The lens is being looked through. No, I'm going to share it right now. So there's talk. There's some significant despair over the rise of these queens. Their significant challenge is a Romanov queen. They've specifically called her out as Romanov. And they're looking for somebody who has the strength or whatever to join them and go fight with her. And I'm like, that Romanov queen's going to kick your ass for what you've done to her. And if you don't know, do some research. So anyway, they're in despair. They're in a freaking nightmare because this queen is kicking their ass. This Empress. They've lost. They're in sorrow because you got the they have to walk away, and they've lost favor with the mother, with the nurturer. The lens is being looked through. We've got the King of Wands reversed. A ruthless, impulsive person. Acting with haste, coming in with a financial offer. So just, yeah, I needed to put that out there because if somebody's coming and petitioning you to go fight the Romanov queen, I highly suggest that you consider very carefully what you're doing. In the environment, the Wheel of Fortune has turned, the cycle of destiny. Hopes and fears. Yeah, she's real pissed off for what you've done to her and her family and what you continue to do. Swallow you whole. The Hermit, soul searching, introspection, meditation, thinking about it. And in the outcome, Three of Cups, celebration, friendship. It's time to celebrate. You are courageous, persistent, and resilient. Your faith was tested, and you're still standing. In your power. In the central energy, please, Spirit, what do we have for the collective? We've got justice here, the law of cause and effect. The law of cause and effect. Attention is brought. Wow. This freaking deck tells the story. Justice. So you've got self-care here and now. Those who self-care are here and now. Empress, Sun. This chicken, she handled this chicken perfectly. Attention has been brought to the practices of the Ouija board being utilized against wholesome, innocent people. This tribe, in competition with them, martyring them, using their own family to do it through some specific teachings. They've been playing both sides, the light and the dark, to create hardship for people who are at peace. Boy, these are some real a-holes. Yeah, they've been playing around with the sovereign beings. And there's a backstory. And now they're about ready to get what they deserve. They're about ready to get what they freaking deserve. Amnesia lifting. Perception. Justice is looking at everything very, very carefully, honing in on specific, very carefully. Or maybe this person that's in a Nine of Swords energy having anxiety and nightmares because justice is being served had a limited perception. They weren't seeing things clearly. Running rampant. Ancestors, they were taught something that was wrong and they ran with it. And now they're in a nightmare. They're in a nightmare because they are being separated from the mother, from the nurturer, from the one who offered succor, the one who offered care, the one who offered financial assistance, the one who offered light energy assistance, the one who was fertile and helped things bloom and grow. The mother. The innocent mother. The innocent mother that they attempted to destroy. I just can't, I find it so difficult to fathom the stupidity. It's so difficult for me to wrap my mind around this weirdness that they would attempt to destroy the mother and expect to live. So in the recent past, we've got a Ten of Pentacles here. Wealth, security, family. We've got peace. The Empress is at peace. She's in her sun energy. There is a rebirth. She's been reborn. She's come into her reward, her 10 of Pentacles. She has her peace. She has her light, all of her vitality. She is an Empress. She is Arcana. Manipulator is still attempting to manipulate the Divine Feminine, while they are in despair and being forced to walk away. So you've been hard at work with passion, very diligent in all of your efforts. And your reward is an Ace of Cups, love, a love cup, a big old love cup, overflowing, Empress. Overflowing, Queen of Cups. You've got a big old cup. Look how big your cup is now. Look how big your cup is. It's huge. Your cup is so big, Empress. Oh my goodness. And you're leaving all this behind. That baggage, these ancestors, you're leaving it behind. Spiritually disconnected. That contract over. It's like you're not required to offer them a service anymore. They can't pull from your cup. They can't pull from your cup anymore. Justice is being served. You are high. You are highly protected. This player is not sovereign, so you're walking away from this player. This player can't play you anymore. They're not a sovereign being. You've been working. You've mastered yourself. You became the Empress, blaring your light like the sun, for Pete's sake. You're not just the Empress. You're like Arcana, Sun, Peace, and 10 of Pentacles. Boom! And blaring the light of innocence. There's nothing nasty about you. It's pure loving goodness. Whatever they've been trying to paint you as and knock you down as and playing these stupid little games, it's over. They're ruthless. They were ruthless, and they still are ruthless. They're behaving unpredictably. They have unachievable expectations. See, they think that somehow they're going to be able to stop you from moving on and getting your celebration. They think that they can unalive you or somehow affect your vessel so that you can't move into your celebration. They're desperate right now. And it could very well be that they're going to try to tempt you to move against this Romanov queen that has been rebirthed and renewed. Maybe this is her read. But they're real upset because, you know, she's because there's a backstory. And it's not just her, you know. And it could just be, you know, it could be very well be that this individual, like in mythology and all of that, you know, you got Bastet, you know, you've got Sekhmet, you've got the cat, then they're all apparently like different personalities of the same entity or being. And in these present moments, it's like the the rebirth of these ancient or historical powerful beings are being activated right now, and they're stepping into their like purpose. And they it's the feminine, man. She's rising, fierce. So don't be surprised if some masculine dominator wants to come in and offer you an opportunity to help them achieve utopia or whatever by taking out this demon goddess or whatever. Just use your discernment. Don't be easily led by a dominator wannabe masculine, okay? Or feminine, because they got, employees. So they've got unachievable expectations. They want to come in and offer a financial investment. They're playing the darker side. This is objectivity. They don't have objectivity. They can't see your side of the story. They are very close-minded, and they're not able to martyr you. It won't work. They want to come in and offer a business opportunity so that they can try to martyr you, but it will fail. They're ruthless. They're ruthless. They're in a King of Wands reversed energy. And they're thinking very dark. They're not seeing clearly, and they won't be able to do this. They can't martyr you. The wheel has turned. The wheel of fortune is here. Everybody's moving into their destiny. Body. They're concerned about their body. They need a body. See, I really do feel that the feminine, the divine arcana empress feminine, refuses to carry certain frequencies or vibrations or life forms within her womb. And these, there's a specific, like a parasitical narcissist diablo attachment or spirit that I don't believe. I believe she's like refusing to carry the seed or whatever. And so they had to develop all these different, fantastic ways of, getting a body. And now the wheel is turned, and we've got this concern over the body. There's something going on with the body. There's a soul searching going on. What's inside the body? Who's inside the body? What's going on inside this body? So now there's this big old investigation. What life form is in that body? Is it attached to anything via a silver cord? Is it God's child? The silver cord attaches to the spirit. That's interesting. There's a introspection, soul searching. Who's in that body? Home. Hey, congratulations on your home. Celebration, 3 of Cups. Celebration. You were able to, somebody, these ones are being disconnected. They need to self-preserve. They need to be responsible for themselves. They're being disconnected. They can't drink out of this Empress's love cup anymore, this arcana. They can't drink out of the cups of the arcana anymore. They can't, because it wasn't like they were being offered it. They were taking it by force and causing trauma and death and despair for people. Ruthless. Absolutely freaking ruthless. We've got limelight, love. There's love in the limelight. Love is the hot topic. Those who were horseplaying around and just making appearances are going invisible. Being removed from the timeline, perhaps being disconnected. Here, you survived the snake, and it was prophesied. Congratulations, everybody. You did so well, and you learned so much in the process. Oh, throughout this fight. And all you had to do was be you. All you had to do was be your authentic self, was reach into your soul, your essence, and express it authentically. That's all you had to do. Was not pretend. And you've earned your evermore. Because you're not a faker. You are as you are, and you're recognized as Arcana. Sun. As a sun. Arcana. Empress. This tribe caused you so much hardship in this competition. You're wholesome. They were trying to puppet you. They worked so hard at it, this witch. You might have got a visit from somebody who shined. Or maybe they want to visit you. They're spying on your location. Somebody might be spying on your location. Somebody wants to visit you. You shine. They're looking for your location. They know that you're on the spiritual throne, and they know that it's time for you to take that seat. This explorer wants to bring you drama. So just use discernment with anybody coming into your life, trying to congratulate you and offer you an opportunity. Beware of that word, opportunity. It's one of their favorites, okay? It's one of their very, very most favorites to come at you with opportunity. You've got every opportunity you have ever needed with your connection to the Most High God. Ever. That's it. You don't need some man coming at you saying, I got this opportunity for you. No. Don't. Walk your path. Walk your path. Your path. Don't get on that person's path. Walk your path. Be all you can be. Don't let him lead you down a path that you don't want to be on. Don't let him steer you. He's not looking at these things objectively. He's here to try to martyr you. It will fail. Okay, but just beware. They need a body. They need a body. So, there is that unaliving in the most gentle way possible, and then walking in and assuming the role. So just be aware. It says here they're getting disconnected, and they will have to self-preserve. Somebody in the limelight position, a giant in the limelight position. There is a giant in the limelight position. They're back. They're back. They are remapping reality. Some people say it wasn't supposed to happen until 2027, but it looks like they may have actually used yesterday's commemoration to come home. So, because I got that. So, may not be announced until 2027. Justice. Those ancestors who had a limited perception and who were very cruel and ruthless are now in a nightmare. Because they have been separated from you. You were their dream come true. They were as cruel and as cruel and ruthless can be. Wow, they showed themselves so authentically. Isn't that wild how some people really do that? It's like they think I don't know what they think, to be quite honest. I just don't know. I don't understand it. The Most High God, and it's been my experience, and this is what He was trying to prepare me for anyway, because I had a lot of challenge to persevere through. But many years ago, I recognized, like, I would see somebody who on the job who wasn't pulling their weight, and they were like, being a real waste of an hourly wage, And I'd get so mad because I'd do the work of 3 people. I'd be like running circles around people, man. And I was driven to be all that I could be. Now, I don't know if that was these ones driving me, if it was just my personality, And after a while, I had to calm down because I'd get so angry at the lack of personal pride and performance and ability. It was wild how nobody seemed to care about their own performance. And then I had to just kind of accept that over time, sometimes it would take up to 5 or so years or longer before the collective as a whole would recognize what I had seen already and then they'd pull the weed, right? So that's what I'm getting at. Sometimes it takes a while for the weed to be recognized by the collective and then pulled. And sometimes the weed has to get really big and obnoxious before anybody will recognize it. But the weed always gets seen. It's always discovered eventually. With patience, you just have to wait, right? And with inner fortitude, you just have to persevere. And so I'm sorry, I got kind of off on a tangent with that, but so there justice is here. There is an understanding, a very clear understanding. It says, I see your side of the story. There is an understanding here. This ancestry had a limited perception. And they are in a Nine of Swords energy because justice is being served. They're feeling hopeless. They neglected an innocent person. They were cruel. They were ruthless. While draining that person's cup. They have to walk away. They're suffering a loss. They're in a 5 of Cups. They have to walk away. This ancestry wasn't satisfied with the way things were going. So they got ruthless. They decided to get really mean. That was the answer. They're being held back. They're being held back from this innocent Queen of Wands. They have to walk away. They have to leave her alone. They got to stop harassing. They got to stop hurting her. They got to stop hurting her. She's entering into her 10 of Pentacles. She's at peace. Please do whatever you need to do with the genders. I'm just utilizing what's on the cards for ease and flow of storytelling. She is equal give and take. She's all about reciprocity. She doesn't ask of anyone what she doesn't expect of herself. There's some reminiscing. Somebody's reminiscing about inside jokes. She's the Empress. Huh. She's the Empress. She's the Sun. She is Arcana. And this is done. Chaser. Chaser. Somebody doesn't want to chase anymore. They don't want to chase after anymore. This player who's not sovereign, they don't want to play anymore. You, Empress, were working diligently with high standards. Your love cup is full and it's big. Huh? You worked on that love cup diligently. With hard work, you worked on manifesting this huge freaking love cup. And now this relationship is ending. You're taking your big old love cup and you're moving on down the road. You're moving on down the road. You're taking your game, your 10 of Pentacles, your big old love cup, and your new Empress Sun status, Arcana, and you're moving on down the road. Justice is in effect. Yeah, these ones neglected the soul tie that they had with you. They were cruel, they were ruthless, they were bitter, they were draining your cup and sticking you. Laughing at you. They're going to come forward and try to work with you with the intention of martyring you. They're not going to be successful. They're unworthy of working with you. They're unworthy of being in your energy. They're unworthy of being in your mind, of being in your consideration. The Wheel of Fortune has turned. Destiny. There's body here. Somebody's worried about a body. There's something going on with the body of this third party enemy. The body of this third wheel enemy is gone south. They've lost. Oh, what's going on? They can no longer do third-party situations because there's something going on with their body. The Hermit is here shining a light, soul searching. You've gained your independence. Congratulations on your home. These ones are guilty. They're feeling the pain from the damage they have caused you. You can celebrate. There's a 3 of Cups here for you and your team. Those who came against you have been disconnected. You were able to self-preserve. You are able to self-preserve. They can't martyr you. And they're being disconnected. It could be that even if somebody is to try to walk in, like whatever this is, this offer, somebody's making an offer to somebody. This King of Wands is making an offer to somebody to gain a financial, so he's making an offer to somebody hoping to martyr you. It doesn't work. Or somebody, they don't see clearly. They're not seeing clearly. They're not able to martyr you. They can't get your body. They're unworthy. Nobody, whoever does this kind of stuff, or the spirits that manage these kind of agreements or contracts or whatever, they're like, you're unworthy of that particular body. No, you can't have it. No, you can't have that destiny. They're still struggling to find a destined path. So the wheel has turned and they're frantic now. You've got hope here. You never gave up on love, or this person is still hoping that they can snag in with their wand or whatever. Oh, I'll never be a third party again. I've changed my ways. They made mistakes. They got disconnected for lying, for dishonesty. And now they're getting what they gave. They're receiving what they gave. They're receiving what they gave you. They're being separated from you. And they're going to experience nightmares and trauma and despair, just like you did. They don't know what to do because they're really feeling the absence of you. And them and their girlfriend or boyfriend are really feeling the, yeah, they're feeling it. But you're entering into your destiny with a new soul contract. Those who are in shadows and mirror reflections, they don't have any energy and they're in regret because you walked away. They can't pull from your love cup anymore. They can't pull from your vitality, from your inheritance, from your 10 of Pentacles. They can't pull it. You're entering into some union that is inseparable, that has love in it, that is actual love. And those whose values were all about money and didn't appreciate you, they missed their opportunity with you and they're feeling overwhelmed. And that's just the way it goes. And it's too late for them to take any action because you're entering into a beautiful new commitment. They sabotage themselves. It's just the way it is. No going back. Don't ever go back. You're already there. You already had that experience. Why get on the hamster wheel when you already know what's going on? So, and then there's heavily protected. Yeah, heavily protected. And there's exorbitant amounts of desperation. Despair. Desperation. It's justice. Your side of the story is seen. They had a limited perception of you. Your ancestors, your family. You chose to focus on the lighter side of life. They're in despair and in regret. They're worried. Ancestors are worried. They're realizing what they did was wrong. You accepted your inner voice, always would guide you correctly. You knew that there was no greater goal than to love, and that's where you just stayed. There's an understanding. The law of cause and effect is here. You put out love, you put out faith, and they didn't. They put out what they put out. They crapped all over your love, all over your innocent, pure love. And you had courage, and maybe they're going to have courage because they're being held back. They're being separated from you. They don't get to participate in your 10 of Pentacles, in your peace. They're reminiscing about the inside jokes, how they used to laugh about hurting you. They used to laugh about hurting you. You are attracted to those people who serve your higher good. You don't really focus on that. These chasers, these ones who've been chasing after you, your wealth, your son, trying to squash your happiness. Death. There may be death coming to those ancestors who hurt you so bad. And that doesn't necessarily mean that it's a physical death. It could just necessarily mean an ending to the way of life that they enjoyed. That which they held themselves up in pride for so long while they hurt others that they deemed less than. You gained your freedom. You're free. You are free from this toxicity. You are free. You've got the Six of Swords energy. That relationship is over. You're releasing that baggage. It's over. They can't play with you anymore. They're not sovereign. There's no love in them. They laughed at your pain. They figured you deserved it. They talked to others. They used their words to curse you. So you've got a King of Wands energy here. They're coming at you with fire. They want to work with you. They want to do some financial investment. They're not seeing both sides of the situation. They're not seeing with objectivity. They're not. They don't have your best interest at heart. They want to martyr you. They want to undo you. They're not able to. They're unworthy. You're a better person than I am. This is what they think. Or maybe they want to come forward and work with you because now they feel that you are a better person than them. So now they want to work with you. They don't want to martyr you now. Because they can't see clearly. They want to get it. Maybe they don't see clearly. So they want to come work with you so that they can see clearly. But this is somebody who really did their very best to hurt you in a big way. Energetically, emotionally, they wanted to rip your heart out. They may have. The Wheel of Fortune here is here. You haven't given up hope. Or this person hasn't given up hope. They're worried about their body. Third party situation, I don't know, but it's like surrender in the reverse. I can release my need to control. They don't want to surrender. They don't want to release their need to control you. So they're going to come in and they're going to pretend like they're not in a third wheel enemy situation, but they are. They're sick. There's something going on with their body. They're concerned about their body. They need to attach themselves to you like the parasite. They need to attach themselves to your Ten of Pentacles, to your sun, to your love cup, to your freedom path, because they're facing death. They need to get on your path. They need to be covered by you because they're guilty. So there is a congratulations here on your new home. These ones are feeling the pain from the damage that they caused. They don't want to surrender. We've got patience. Everything happens in divine order. Three of Cups, there's a celebration. You were able to self-preserve through this. You were able to mend your heart, and you are disconnected from those who hurt you. They made mistakes. They can't right their wrong, and it's over. It just is what it is. Because you're moving into a state of balance, and you're releasing all of that keeps pulling you into disharmony. You don't need to expose yourself to those people who had inside jokes about hurting you. They loved it when they thought it was funny when you were hurting. And you're denying them. You don't want to have anything to do with them because they bring adversity into your life. And now they're afraid because you're denying them. You're like, I'm not putting up with you anymore. I'm not inviting you into my life. No. And they're like, well, what do you mean? And it's like, no, you're disconnected. Get out. Get out of my house. You're a liar. And you're gonna get what you deserve. You're gonna get everything that you gave. All the nastiness, all the hate, all that brutal, wishing horrible things upon people. That's a real thing, man. When people curse you with their energy and their word, it really it has an effect. It's like magic. Your words are magic, and people are so stupid. In the sleeping world, they haven't been taught, and they don't know that they're cursing people with their lives. And then they train others with their lies to continue to help curse an innocent person. It's incredible to me. People have so little responsibility for what they put into the world, for what they exacerbate. With because they refuse to go in and heal and do their own work, they spew their pain out and then gather a crowd to stand up and be tough with this one because And it's like, dude, just heal, man. I don't know, maybe they have an aversion to the word heal, because that's a word that they use for dogs when you're in training, so maybe they just don't like that. Maybe they have a rebellious nature against healing because it reminds them of that. I don't know. Maybe it's a subconscious thing. But either way, it doesn't matter because justice is being served and the law of cause and effect is in order. What you put out is what you get. What do we got here? Justice is the law of cause and effect. There's an understanding of both sides of this story. You maintained your lighter perspective. You maintained your trust in the divine. And you kept loving people, including yourself. You kept pouring into your love cup. You were innocent and you're like, oh man, why is this person hurting me? And you're like, I don't know, I got to pour into my love cup. And you're like, I got to love me, man, because there's people who really hate me. So they're in despair because you have this great light within you. Because you're happy. They have a very limited perception of you. They wanted you to be limited because they're limited. They're not comfortable around you because you're just too dang big. And they might call you a glory hound or whatever, but you may not be any of that. You're just probably very humble, moving around, but you're very big. You're this very big, bright light. And when you walk in, you can sense it. People look at you and they can see your shine or sense it, and they're like instant stiff, right? And and you can tell. You can tell those who are low vibrational, who can see that you're high vibrational. And it's really weird when you start to recognize these interactions. Like when you get your hair cut and then you can recognize people who think you must be gay because you got your hair really short, and it's like weird because all of a sudden people look at you different and their whole vibration, their whole energetic signature changes based on a hairstyle. It's weird. I've tested it out a few times. The world treats you differently. The whole vibration changes. And so it's the same. It's the same. I mean, yeah, whatever. Mature man. It's a mature man. Ancestor. Relative. They're having anxiety, nightmares. They're feeling hopeless. They're worried. They were unsatisfied with the way things were going. You were innocent. Queen of Cups, you just love people. There's an official person here. You may be an official person, Empress, Sun, Star. And this doesn't mean necessarily in the 3D, you know, and you've heard it many, many times. You really need to be careful how you treat people in this seen world, because you never know who they are in the spirit. Gathering information. On people's authenticity when they think nobody's paying attention. So, yeah, Ten of Pentacles. Peace, relationships that are for the higher good. You've got a marriage here and unexpected income. Ten of Pentacles, unexpected income, marriage, peace, relationship for the higher good. These ones are, they're like, they're remembering how they used to laugh at your pain. And this chaser has got death right there, this false person. Mature woman. False person, mature woman. They're not sovereign. They can't play with you anymore. They neglected you and the soul tie, the connection. It's over. There's a coffin here. Somebody may actually be going in the coffin because you got death there and you got coffin here. Intentions, expectations, death, in the near future, coffin. You have mastered yourself. You're coming into love. Ace of Cups, proposals in marriage, relationship for the higher good. You're transitioning, you're moving on, you're leaving this experience, this baggage behind. You are free, you've got your freedom. The lens that's being looked through is this person's in despair, this mature man, they don't know what to do. They're feeling ruthless. They want to come forward and offer to work with you. They're unworthy. They're unworthy to work with this. They're unworthy to work with this main female, Empress. They tried to martyr this Empress. They can't come in and work with her now. They failed, and now they can't come in and work with her. They're unworthy. They cannot have anything to do with this Empress Sun, main female arcana. No, official person. She was innocent, and they can't have anything to do with her now. Or her great fortune. They had too much fun trying to tear her apart. And all of that reminded them of her. They have hope of connecting with your body. They want to come in like they're not a third party. They refuse to surrender. They have hope of coming in and connecting with your body. They want to be intimate. They want to be intimate. They want to accord with you. They want to connect. They want to get access to your energy, to your chakras, to your vitality. They want to get your permission to have access to your gifts. The Hermit's here. Congratulations. Everything happens in divine order. You could be having a home, or maybe you're going to get a home. Maybe that's the hope, is that you will get a home. These ones have been found guilty. They're feeling the pain from the damage they've caused you. They're not innocent. They're not innocent. And they were not able to affect the change. Divine timing is so amazing. Perfection. So you were able to self-preserve. There's a celebration. There is a disconnection from this. You got death there and death there. These ones who were coming after you and your marriage and relationships that are for the higher good, they're leaving. There's justice. Balance is being restored. We got wealthy man. Imprisonment. Adjudication courthouse. That wealthy man is in the courthouse under adjudication, facing imprisonment for what they did, trying to destroy the pathway, the journey of this courtship, the courtship of this privileged lady. Empress, Sun, Arcana, privileged lady. They were trying to destroy her and ensnare her so they could forever pull off of her love cup, her giant love cup, her giant sun energy, her arcana goddess energy. This false person wanted to pull off this arcana goddess energy, and she failed. They're going to prison. They're in big trouble. The wealthy man ain't going to be wealthy much longer. It was all stolen wealth. He's very concerned over the toil and labor that this whole community, and he did, trying to get this gift. They effed up. They really messed up. And now they're desperate, and there could potentially be some brutality, at least most definitely plots and plans and ploys for such. All these negative thought forms, magic, dark magic, because that's all negative thought forms are, right? And negative words, it's all dark magic, right? Being spewed into the world or into the collective field of awareness, whether they be spoken or just thought. It's kind of hard to remember, when we, like, sometimes, if I get angry and I'll start swearing and stuff, and it's hard to remember in the moment that I'm putting this verbiage into the collective field and that it plays out like a movie, and in that snippet of time, I don't know. I just think that it's important that, at least me, I'm starting to consider that perhaps there is a lot more value um, in what we put into the collective field, this shared consciousness, than what we've considered. The field of consciousness that we share, we're all inputting into it, and we're inputting data into it. It's our collective database. And so, lately in the last few decades, there's been a lot of foulness being input into that database, and it's just time for I hope maybe a restructuring or a revamping or a cleaning up, defragmenting. Somehow, yeah, we got conflict. They're in despair. They had a limited view about this conflict. They did not have the right perception. But they ran with it. They ran with it with everything they had in them and everything they could steal and utilize toward this. They put into it. Everything they had and everything they didn't have, they put into it. They made a vow, a promise. They're overloaded by these rituals. They're suffering a loss. Justice is being served. You're an innocent official person. You're Arcana Empress. They martyred you, and they could not do it this time. They're stressed out. They could not keep you from yourself or from the public. They're being held back from you. You're not in a nightmare. You're very courageous. They're being held back. They have to walk away from you. You're at peace. You're attracted to relationships that serve the higher good. There's a marriage here. A Ten of Pentacles is here with unexpected income and a card called Reminiscing. These ones are thinking about all of their inside jokes they used to tell while you were suffering. They want to apologize. They're like, oh, that was funny. Ha ha ha. Oh, I'm sorry now. Oh, now I'm sorry. They're crazy in the loco. They're loco in the cabeza. They're all nutty in the head. This false person, mature woman. There's this chaser. There's death here. You're a very high value person. Empress, Sun Arcana. A great fortune is within you. These ones are being rejected and they're going through withdrawals. They were feasting on you and your gifts. Through ritual. They could be challenged because you do have this promise, this vow. There's this marriage here, a relationship that is for the higher good, again. And they're overloaded by these rituals because they're experiencing loss. And they're being unfreedom. They got death here, coffin here. They neglected the soul tie they had with you. They're not a sovereign being. And they can't play with you anymore. We got protest, but it came out in the sideways. So they want to protest, but they can't. There's nothing they can do. You've got your freedom. So they want to come forward and try to gain some kind of an agreement out of you because they didn't reach their goals. So they want to come forward and use money as a way and interaction, a working relationship in order to create a bond, a cord, to get inside your energy. They're unworthy of being in the energy of this main female. She's not tempted. She's not tempted. They're not ready for that. They're not ready for what's coming. She's not tempted. They have hope for a body. They want her body. They want to get next to her so that they can body snatch her. They don't want to surrender. This third party parasite, they don't want to surrender. They want to get next to her so that they can body snatch her and take over this her life path. They're not the gift. They don't get the gift. They're soul searching. Hospitality, a home. Congratulations on your home if you've got one, if you are going to get one. These ones are guilty. They're not innocent and they can't affect a change for you. You're coming into a loving union, a marriage with a family. The power of two together. The power of two that pray together, that build together, that combine their energies and their resources and their fluids and create something beautiful and magnificent and nurture it together, supported with each other. These ones are in danger. This wealthy man's in danger. They made mistakes. They got disconnected. Balance is being restored. You were obedient to whatever knowledge or advice you were given. Or this coach, perhaps this is a wealthy man coach, in charge of those prideful third wheel enemies that they were employing to do this. The wealthy man was paying people to do this. They were prostituting themselves with sex and the allure of more money. There's evidence of it. And justice is being served. They're stressed out. They don't know what to do. They're praying because they're facing homelessness, or maybe they are homeless and they're mentally disturbed and they're frightened. You are the king or queen of your mountain. You've got friends, you've got alliances, and there's a marriage here again. You're worth saving. You're high value. And these ones, oh, somebody wants to have a family tree with you, for sure, for sure. You're thus great fortune. Within you is balance. Within you is harmony. Within you is a beautiful light. Within you is a chakra system all lit up, honey. You're the sun. Arcana, you're the top. And somebody's got procreation on the mind. They're thinking about this child that they're going to create with you. With your magnificent Empress Sun qualities. This absolute fantastic energy that is within you. This beautiful goddess energy. This love energy. Huge, honey. Huge. Oh, yeah. You're worth saving. And you're worth disconnecting from these folks here. They're not going to let these folks have you. No, no, no. No, no, no. Your new family tree, they're not backing down. You got your freedom. This again, it may have only happened in the spirit. Like this is all going down, probably in your dream state, whether you remember your dreams or not. There's things happening. There's shifts happening. Justice is being enacted. And they're in despair. They're in despair. This soldier is in despair, fighting with each other. They had a very, very limited perception of you. Oh, and isn't that weird that it's like that? And you know, you got the one eye club. I don't know. I never connected that before. And now, I don't know what that has to do with anything. Okay, it's just struck me. So you've got a vow, you've got a promise, you've got a marriage here. Arcana, Sun, Empress. Oh yeah, honey. This thief is here and they are not happy. They're stressed out and overloaded by the rituals that they did. They're in a nightmare. Enemy thief. Couldn't cause you a nightmare. You had courage. You're an official person. You're innocent. Maybe you're the Romanov. Maybe you're the Romanov. Maybe you're the Romanov that they're so concerned about. This foe is being held back. They're in a Five of Cups energy. They've lost. They need to move away. They need to accept this. But they're not. They're still here. They won't stop. There's death and coffin. Until they go into that place and get completely disconnected, this isn't going to stop. And you can be sure that your new family tree is very serious about you gaining your freedom and releasing this baggage. Room, mind, they're reminiscing, they're remembering everything that they did, everything that they said, all the laughs that they gave, they thought it was funny to think about you perishing in a bad and painful way. Falseness, a false person. Of falseness. A false person. Who came up against this Empress, Sun, Arcana man. Wow, they're not doing good. This mature man had a contract or a connection with this Empress, and he effed her over and replaced her with this other person, this fake, this fraud, who was probably dressed up in the energy and pretending to be. And then when the Empress survived and she came forward and she was recognized as a queen. As a queen. An innocent, happy, loving queen. They're sick about it. They're absolutely sick about it. She's going through withdrawals because she's been cut off from this Empress's energy. She cannot wear the energy anymore. She's seen for who and what she is, and she's dying, or she will be put to death for her crimes. There's serious foundational cleansing going on right now. Thoughts. Thoughts. In the reverse, they don't know what to think about it. They're having dark thoughts. They're not able to tap into your thoughts. They want to work with you because they didn't reach their goals. They weren't ready for this. They need money. They need money. They need to attach to you so that they can get money. You're their source. You've been their source for a long time. They don't have another source. You're the source, and they're unworthy of being connected to you. You're not tempted. You're not gonna, it's like, no. Something about these people or this person is like, no. Whether you know who they are or you're just gonna sense them, you're gonna sense their energy. This pleasure seeker is like, there's no pleasure seekers here. This pleasure seeker has hope of gaining a body or of connecting with your body. They're coming in as though they're not a pleasure seeker. They're coming in as though they're not a third party. They don't want to surrender you and your energy. They don't have the gift. They're not going to get the gift. Their attempt to connect with you is going to fail because you're not interested in third party people or pleasure seekers. Because you still have hope for this and you're not interested. You have hope for this beautiful connection. It's like you're not interested in pleasure, sensual satisfaction. It's just not your gig, man. You're so much grander than that. These people can't fathom what you are. They can't understand what you are. They can't. You're huge. They're all haughty. They weren't able to effect the change. They're guilty. They're not found innocent. Patience. All things happen in divine order. Hospitality. Congratulations on your house. There could be a hermit here, a soul surgeon, or maybe your soul surgeon about care, about family, about how is your home? How are you going to make your home? There's celebration here. You were able to self-preserve. Congratulations. You live. You live. And you're being disconnected from those who unjustly and ruthlessly came against you. An innocent person. For your status and your energy. You were cash cow. You were a cash cow for a prideful, ruthless person and their toy, their friend, their partner in crime, their Bonnie. We got sorrow in the reverse. You're not sad about this. You're in a celebration mode. You're in a 3 of Cups. You're feeling anything but sorrow about their misfortune. You're old, maybe. Maybe you've suffered a long time and you just don't care. So these ones are sad. They're having a melancholy about their misfortune. They're going to prison. And you're getting a gift for your faithfulness. Beware, because this is a scholar, priest, friend who owes a merchant. Beware. It's not over till it's over. And when people put things in your house, it's like a portal. It's like it's their energy or their intention or their expect. It's a connection. So in these moments where folks are getting disconnected and separated and all of that, just be very careful about what kind of connections or portals you allow to be placed in your home by somebody claiming to be a faithful friend offering you a gift. Because they're a scholar, a priest, they have knowledge, and they're this friend um, is communicating with a merchant. Just be wary. It's not over till it's over. Oh, 1 hour, 26 minutes. See you on the next one, everybody.